Hi guys, Chris Graham here for We Love Betting, looking at the international fixtures on Tuesday night. Came very close to a treble on Friday, 2-3. Latvia letting me down. Ironically the shortest price of the three selections, and I knew that was the one that might catch me out. They could only draw in Liechtenstein, but the other two came in rather nicely. A lot harder, the fixtures on Tuesday, a lot harder, whereas on Friday I had 7 or 8 things that I like. Today, it's honestly been a struggle to pick 3, but hopefully I've come up with the goods here. 3 selections, all on Tuesday night. I'm starting off with a bit of a surprise, you might think, for a Scotsman, but I'm back in England on Tuesday night. I think they'll beat Montenegro. I really do. They're available at 4-5 to do such a thing. England are just imperious qualifiers, just exceptional qualifiers. I've seen that all my life pretty much, bar the odd mishap. Excuse me, 94 and 2008 springs to mind. But the last time they actually lost a meaningful qualifier was back against Croatia in 2007. I appreciate they lost against Ukraine in 2009, but they'd already qualified for them. It mattered not a jot. It was the last time they really lost a one they needed to win was Croatia back in 2007. I remember that night, definitely. So 6 years ago. That's exceptional. And I always find with England that their form tends to be better away from home as opposed to Wembley. There's always a lot of pressure, a lot of boo boys, you have to say, at Wembley, and I think they're much better away from home. They're away on Tuesday. They went to Montenegro in 2011 in the Euro 2012 qualifiers, drew 2-2 that night, but it could have been different. They were 2-0 up at the time when Wayne Rooney was sent off, and that just seemed to rock them. And Montenegro came back into the game and drew 2-2. Again, England had already qualified for the European Championship, so again it wasn't a massive deal that they surrendered that lead back 18 months ago. You look at Montenegro and there's no doubt they're improving. They're an improving force, but people are getting a wee bit excited, I think. I mean, this campaign, they beat San Marino twice, and the Ukraine, who've just been all at sea. This particular campaign had some really poor, shocking results, Ukraine. And they beat, Montenegro beat Moldova on Friday night, but for the reports I read, Moldova were unlucky not to get something from that game, which is shocking when you think of the way England destroyed them back in the autumn. I think, what was it, 6-0 was it against Moldova? I'm not sure, but England destroyed them pretty much. So for me, you know, again, Montenegro's a team that lost 3-0 in aggregate to the Czech Republic in the playoffs for Euro 2012 last year. Czech Republic are a pretty average side, I have to say. We saw that again Friday night with Denmark, beating them 3-0 in Prague. So I'm not falling for this thing with Montenegro that they're this good. I expect England to win this, I really do. And at 4-5, it's my opening bet, definitely England to beat Montenegro. Next one up. There's no one quite as annoying as someone who comes up to you and says, Belgium, they all go far. Yeah, right, pal. Why don't you say that to me 4 years ago? Now everyone on the street's saying it now, and it's quite annoying. We get the deal, like, we understand it, that they've got great players, you know. And I've been sort of reluctant to accept it, but I am starting to accept it now. Belgium and Croatia dominating Group A in these World Cup qualifiers, and it's a joy to watch. It is. It's great to see Belgium back in the back in form again after a decade in the wilderness, you'd have to say. They're up against Macedonia at home on Friday night. They beat Macedonia 2-0 away on Friday night, so they're at home now. And I'm back in the -1 here, so to win by 2 or more goals, and that's 5-6. I think that's a decent price. We know now that it's kicked in, and they've been exceptional this campaign. They beat Wales. I think Wales played pretty well that night away. They beat Serbia 3-0 in Serbia. That's exceptional. And they beat Scotland, and they of course they beat Macedonia. The only time they dropped points in this campaign is a home draw against Croatia, and Croatia, an exceptional team as well. Like I say, beat Wales 2-0 away. Wales played pretty well that night. Serbia 3-0, extraordinary, and Macedonia 2-0 away on Friday night. They're the top scorers in this group. We look at Macedonia. They've had probably the best campaign ever, you'd have to say. Fair play to them. Like, they beat Serbia, great result at home, and they drew in Scotland. I remember that horrible night at the end of last year. So fair play to Macedonia. They're again a progressive nation, but Belgium just need to replicate what they did on Friday night. They won 2-0 away. All they need to do is replicate that now they're at home. You would think their chances are better, the fact they're at home. So Belgium -1 is 5-6 at home to Macedonia. I like that. And my final bet, I like backing sides that haven't done much in international football in recent years. They tend to be too big a price. And one of my kind of, I don't know, predilections, if you like, at the moment, is Hungary. I quite like Hungary. They are enjoying probably the best campaign for a long time at the moment, and they're slowly improving. If you can see this improvement in them, 4th in the World Cup 2010 qualifying group, 3rd in the Euro 2012 qualifiers, and then 2nd at the moment in Group D in these World Cup qualifiers. They're just getting better, slowly creeping under the bookmakers' radar as well, getting better. So far this campaign they've won in Andorra and Estonia. They drew 2-2 at home in Romania on Friday night. Very cruel on that one. The late defeat, 2-0 up. Romania scoring in the 92nd minute to cost them 2-2. That was really unlucky. And they beat Turkey last year. They're playing Turkey on Tuesday night. They beat Turkey 3-1 in Hungary last year. That's who they're up against here in Turkey. You know, this thing you always say about Turkey. It's really hard to beat them away. The Turkish crowds are so intimidating. Well, that's not really stood up to be the case in this particular qualifiers campaign. They lost at home to Romania, Turkey. They've lost to Holland and they've lost in Hungary too. Been disappointing, Turkey, without any doubt. Just 6 points accrued in this group. And I just think Hungary will be up for this. I think they can get something from this game. I really do. They've scored double the goals of Turkey in this group. They know they've got a chance of making the playoffs here, Hungary. They've not been a party at a championship since 1986 in Mexico. I think they feel they've got a chance of getting into the playoffs here. So I think they can get something in Turkey on Tuesday night. And I'm backing a double chance Hungary to avoid defeat against Turkey at odds of 6-5. So my 3 bets for Tuesday night: England to beat Montenegro at 4-5, Belgium -1 against Macedonia at 5-6, and Hungary to avoid defeat, double chance, against Turkey at 6-5. Cheers.